And welcome to Sunshine Reports. I am Obi Chukwemeka Huti. Labour leaders in Ondo State have assured workers on the capacity of Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa to pay the new minimum wage approved by President Bola Tinubu. State Chairman of Trade Union Congress TUC Clement Fatuashi was speaking with Osrc in a telephone conversation. According to him, the governor's promise during Workers' Day celebration to adhere strictly with the decision of the federal government on new minimum wage will not be compromised. While applauding the decision of President Tinubu on the minimum wage, Fatuashi says the negotiation was fruitful as the federal government has promised to review the national minimum wage law every 3 years.
One thing is this: state and federal have not been paying same thing. Yes or no? Yes. But there's one thing that is peculiar about Ondo State government. That is our governor. It's a worker-friendly governor. Is a person. I'm telling you now. This man told us on May Day that if he cannot pay above what federal government will approve, he won't pay less. And during this 35,000 wage award in the Southwest, Governor Aiyedatiwa is the only governor that paid 35,000 for 6 months. And he even continued with 15,000 after the normal time that the federal government said they should pay. They gave us 6 months and he's still paying 15,000. In other states, his colleagues are paying 15,000 when he was paying 35,000. That some of them are paying 20,000 when he was paying 35,000. And some of them are still owing.
That was the state chairman of Trade Union Congress, Clement Fatuashi, speaking there. Ondo State Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa says taxation is the lifeblood of any government, which enables it to fulfill the mandate of providing essential services and infrastructure for the welfare and development of the people. Governor Aiyedatiwa, at the inauguration of the Southwest Regional Training on Tax Audit Investigation, Compliance and Enforcement in Akure, expressed delight and highlighted the significance of the event in enhancing tax systems and administration across the zone. The governor said the training comes at a pivotal period when the global economic landscape is evolving rapidly. Government House correspondent Wahab Bankole reports that the event had participants from across the southwest zone of the country.
The need to strengthen the tax audit, investigation, compliance, and enforcement practices are the reasons behind this gathering at the Revenue House of the Ondo State Internal Revenue Service in Akure. Participants attending the training are drawn from across the southwest region of the country. That training aims to enhance regional tax administration and ensure effective revenue collection, setting a strong foundation for future fiscal stability and growth. This is the reason Ondo State Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa was in attendance to set the tone. In his address of welcome, Chairman of the Ondo State Internal Revenue Service, Tolu Adegbie, said the presence of Governor Aiyedatiwa underscores his commitment to enhancing grassroots internally generated revenue.
I extend my sincere gratitude once again to His Excellencies, the Executive Governor of Ondo State, Honorable Lucky Aiyedatiwa, for his unwavering support and vision in advancing our state's fiscal agenda.
The Executive Secretary of the Joint Tax Board, Olusegun Adesokan, reiterated the mandate's board to enforce tax compliance in Nigeria and explained that the training aims to enhance participants' tax knowledge and equip them with skills for effective revenue generation.
And we've had these trainings other regions. We are the first governor to attend the first.
Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa, who noted the importance of the training, said the rules of taxation in government cannot be overstated. The governor noted that the training comes at a pivotal time when the global economic landscape is evolving rapidly, adding that states must adapt and strengthen their tax audit, investigation, compliance, and enforcement capabilities to maintain fiscal stability and sustain development initiatives.
Taxation is the lifeblood of any government, enabling us to fulfill our mandate of providing essential services and infrastructure for the welfare and development of our people. Today's gathering is not merely a training, but a testament of our commitment to enhance revenue generation through efficient tax administration. Together, we will strive towards achieving revenue targets while fostering economic growth and prosperity for all residents, not just for Ondo State, but for the entire Southwest region.
Aiyedatiwa reaffirmed his administration's commitment to effective tax governance and economic growth while encouraging participants to engage in robust discussions and share best practices.
Comparatively, in our internally generated revenue, we have achieved what seems to be possible despite all challenges. With sheer determination and focus, we set a record and created a story which, for years to come, will reverberate across generations. A story which will portray us as courageous, foresighted, and purposeful-driven leadership.
The governor applauded the state's internally generated revenue drive, attributing the success to determination, focus, transparency, and accountability. Wahab Bankwali, Osrc News.
From our studios.
The leaders and members of the APC from the 4 local government areas in Akoko in the Northern Senatorial District of Ondo State converged on Ikare Akoko to interact with the Deputy Governor, Dr. Olaide Adelami, on how to move the party forward. The APC leaders, who came in their large numbers, took turn to speak on burning issues of governance and politics ranging from youth empowerment to political representation. The forum, which was an interactive session, featured questions from leaders and members from the 4 local government areas of the state. Responding, Deputy Governor assured that Governor Aiyedatiwa would ensure that no area is left out of the developmental programs of his administration.
His Excellency, Lucky Aiyedatiwa, àtúntò làwọn lọ́yẹ̀ pé gbogbo nǹkan tí àwọn ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ wa láti àgbègbè àwọn nǹkan tí ó ń jẹ wọ́n lọ́kàn rẹ̀ o àtẹ̀kádẹ̀wò bá ṣe máa ṣe wọ́n lóòótọ́ gbogbo nǹkan tí ẹ béèrè ẹ lẹ́tọ̀ọ́ láti béèrè.
The chairman of State Universal Basic Education Board, SUBEB, Victor Olabimton, said the gathering was put in place to ensure that all APC leaders and members are on the same page ahead of the November governorship poll.
ìgbésẹ̀ tá a fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí gbé láti wákàtí ọ̀wọ̀ yìí lọ títí a máa fi ṣe election ní November 16. Kò sí gbogbo ọkọ̀ tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ nígboro tí deputy governor àti gómìnà ọmọ wọ́n mẹ́yẹ pọ̀ lápò pàtó bá jáde ẹ̀yìn náà wọ́n fẹ́ níjọba.
Similarly, an APC leader, Grace Animola, assured that structures are being put in place to facilitate Victoria's outing in November. The various leaders and members of the All Progressives Congress Party were eventually urged to go back to their various wards to canvass support for the party ahead of the November 16 governorship election.
The Iralepo of Isikan, Oba Oluwagbemiga Olofin Adimola, has joined Muslim faithful at Ahmadiyya Muslim Jamaat Central Mosque for the observance of Jummah prayers. The monarch's presence alongside members of the Iralepo Council is part of activities for the commemoration of the 2024 Isikan Day. Oba Olofin Adimola and the people of Isikan were received by the congregation, which registered the presence of the Jamaat missionary in charge, Maulvi Adnan Tahir. In his sermon, the cleric Maulvi Sulaiman tasked worshippers on neighborliness and commitment to development of their faith and community. Oba Oluwagbemiga Olofin Adimola, who described Ahmadiyya Muslim Jamaat as long-term partner in progress with Isiko community, hailed the religious organization for consistent peace and selfless service. Special prayers were held for the
Allahu Akbar,
Islam sọ ní ẹyọ kan nínú gbọ́dọ̀ máa rán ara ilé tí àwọn àsìkò tẹ́ fi jà pẹ́ ta mọ́. Eléyìí náà ni ẹ̀kọ́ ńláńlá èyí tó ṣe wípé lẹ́nìí tí ilé ayé ti di mẹ́ta sí global village. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ wa táǹbẹ́ ní mọ́sálásí lásìkò ló ṣe wípé àwa kan lẹ́yìn àwọn kábíyèsí wa àti àwọn bàbá tí wọ́n jẹ́ onílé tí wọ́n jẹ́ apàṣẹ wa ìlú yìí. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ náà ló ṣe pé ní méjì látọ̀ wọ́n lè wá síbí. Wọ́n ti wá di ọmọ ìyá, a gbọ́dọ̀ wo kí ni yóò ṣe àlejò láǹfààní, onílé náà kálejò náà wo pé kí ni ò ní pa àlejò lára, kálejò wo pé kí ni ò ní pa onílé lára.
Ondo State Local Government Service Commission is set to clamp down on ghost workers and their enablers. Chairman of the Commission, Femi Idris, at a one-day training and interactive session for heads of local governments and directors, said necessary audits will be conducted to identify staffers who have abandoned their duties and travelled abroad. Osrc's Zaid Aribisala reports that the theme for the training, employing disciplinary procedure and reward measure as tool for effective and efficient service delivery in the local government service, is part of the Commission's effort to boost the tier of government for public trust.
Gathered under one roof are heads of local government from various council areas in Ondo State. They are joined by their directors from various departments, including General Services and Administration, Social, Finance and Supply, among others, for a training and interactive session with the leadership of the Local Government Service Commission. The address of Chairman Local Government Service Commission, Femi Idris, sets the tone for the engagement, which he says is geared towards ensuring the local government regains its glory.
The local government system is undergoing some changes. It's undergoing going through some government policies that have actually changed some of the way and manners the local government was being run. Again, we also have the responsibility of bringing them here to have interactive session.
Mr. Idris, who noted that some workers have since deserted their duties and traveled abroad, said the commission is set to clamp down on them and their enablers after necessary audits.
So many people have left, even without informing the authority. So we want to know those of them that are still active in the service, those that have traveled, those that have resigned without even informing the commission appropriately. All to gear towards minimizing undue expenditure.
Guest lecturer and University Don Folusho Dari, while addressing the theme, employing discipline procedure and reward measure as tool for effective and efficient service delivery in the local government service, said staff will be a reflection of the system.
So when you have a lame duck approach to management, to your work, it won't speak well, and it will affect the image of a commission.
The Permanent Secretary, Local Government Service Commission, Dr. Bayo Ilawoli, described the workforce as its greatest asset. As such, the training will engineer a paradigm shift towards positive outcome.
We will explore the crucial role of disciplinary procedure and reward in enhancing service delivery in our local government. As we strive for excellence in governance, it is essential to recognize that our workforce is our greatest asset.
The one-day training program and interactive session for the heads of local government administration and directors also provided avenues for the administrators to clear gray areas with intent to boost public trust and confidence.
And that rounds off Sunshine Reports.